This is part 3 of the Sabrepulse tutorial guide. If you haven't watched the first 2 parts, I suggest that you do. Um, in part 3, we're going to be doing the lead melody. So let's just begin. In channel PU2 or Pulse 2, create a new chain by tapping A, double tapping A. So we've created chain 02. Navigate to the chain screen and create a new phrase. So to do this, just double tap A again, and now you'll see that it's phrase 5. The reason this is because if you see we've already used 1 through 4 in our first chain in Pulse 1, so now we need to use a different phrase in our second Pulse channel. When you start writing more complicated songs, I suggest that you have a system of how you actually use each pulse and how you label your phrases. Just dedicate a particular set of numbers to one phrase, or I'm sorry, to one chain or one channel. Usually I use 0 through 0F on Pulse 2, and then 10 through 1F on Pulse 2, and 20 to 2F in Wave, and 30 to 3F in Noise. You won't necessarily use all of them, and maybe you will, depending on how complicated your songs get, but for right now, we're just going to follow this way. So anyway, inside the phrase, enter a note, then immediately create a new instrument for it. As the instrument you've used before was 00 by default, and you don't want the lead melody instrument to sound like the bass line instrument, make this one instrument 01. So we're actually going to make a note at 0. So just tap A, and your default note is C3. Hold A and go to your instrument, and if you just double tap it, you'll make instrument 01. We're actually going to edit this note, and it's going to be, we're going up to the 6th octave, so C6, go down to 2, and we're going to make E, E6, 4 is going to be C6, 6 is going to be F6, 8 is C6, A is D6, C is C6 again, and E is A6. Okay, so now you have your phrase written out, and you can listen to it. It's pretty basic. Something like that. Each one of these notes should now have instrument 01 in the column next to them. Go inside the instrument screen for 01 and name it lead 1. So go to 1, hold shift, hit right, go to name, and we'll name it lead 1. Okay. And edit the parameters like before until you hear something you like. I'll choose envelope C2 and the wave duty cycle left 25%, but it's up to you. I'm gonna do what he does, and just to not add confusion, you can do whatever you like if you don't necessarily like the sound. But it may get a little confusing towards the end of the tutorial. After you've done this, head back to the phrase screen for this melody. The next thing we're going to change is the command column on the far right. So go back. If you want to listen to it, this is what it sounds like now. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go over to this column. This is your command column. And this is where you start making your melodies really interesting and giving them a little bit of depth. Like anything in LSDJ, it's really worth going through the manual thoroughly and doing your homework on what each command can do. For this example, we're going to add 2 different commands to our melody. Go to row 0 and highlight the first command box. You are able to highlight 2. Push A and it'll give you command A straight away. We don't want this one, so hold A and keep pushing right until you get command C. This is the chord command. Actually, if you just hit right once, the next one is C. Now, highlight the box to the right of it and push A. You will come up with 0, 0. Actually, it's always 0, 0. This is where you alter what each command does. 0, 0 won't do anything on this command, so let's try 0, 7 instead. Okay. Hit select start to hear the melody with this new command in place. You'll hear that the first note is now magically transformed into a chord. Try doing this to a couple more notes in your melody, just to hear what the phrase sounds like instead of actually listening to it the entire of what we listen to with the bass line. You'll see that it's actually added a little arpeggio. It's not really a chord, but okay. So he says try doing this to a couple more notes in the melody. We're actually going to do this. And what we're going to do is for each one that says C, we're going to add a chord command and make our number line 7. That adds 7 semitones to the chord, or something like that. That's probably way off base, but anyway, or it goes up 7 semitones. That's what it is. So now, if you listen to it, you'll hear that every time C6 it hits C6, that it'll play the chord. Okay. So, the second command we're going to try is the O command. This can cause the notes in your melody to be played through either the left or the right speaker, which is called panning. There are 4 states you can assign to the command: left, and right, or blank, which essentially turns both channels off so you get no sound coming through on that channel. On rows 1, 5, 9, and E in your phrase, assign the O command to the L. Okay, so 1, you're going to hit A, hold A, and then go to O. And you'll see that the column on the right has now changed to L and R. Hold A and just tap left, and this will assign it to just the left column, or just the left channel. Let's see, and go down to 5, do the same thing again. If you just hit A, it'll automatically bring up your O command. So just hold A and tap left. Now go down to 9, do the same thing again, and now down to your E, and do the same thing. On rows 3, 7, B, and F in your phrase, assign the O command to R. So, go to 3, and instead of hold A, but instead of hitting left, hit right, and that'll assign it to the right channel. Go to 7, do the same thing, hit right. Go to B, hit right again, and F, and hit right. Now, if you listen to it, on your end, it'll probably sound a little bit better, but through this recording, it probably won't sound so good. But you'll be able to hear that the notes are coming through your left and right. Okay. Play your melody and you'll hear that after each note the channel is panned to either left or right. In this example we have panned the melody in the spaces between the notes. I tend to find this gives a better stereo effect than placing the pan on the rows where each note is. Also, this gives you room to place commands, the chord command we used for instance, on the rows with the notes themselves. That's it for the lead melody for now. Try experimenting with different commands and their parameters to try and make it sound even more interesting. Navigate from the phrase screen back to the chain screen and enter your phrase in the top 4 rows. If you want to change your lead melody even more, remember the cloning feature and use this to create new phrases. When you're done, head back to the song screen and press start. Okay, we're actually just going to just keep this, just make it repeating. If you want to actually kind of build off of this song, go ahead. But for right now, I'm just going to keep it like that just to keep things moving. So when you're done, head back to the song screen and press start. The song will now play both your chains, bass and lead melody, together for the first time. The 4 phrases in your bass line and the 4 phrases in your lead melody will play alongside each other and then loop back to the first phrase in each. If something sounds out of tune, go into the phrase where you think the problem is and alter it until it sounds right to you. Okay, that is the end of the lead melody section. In the next section, we'll be adding a kick drum to our bass line and our lead melody. But to see what we've heard so far, if you've been following this tutorial, this is what you should hear. Ignore that skipping. That's just my computer not keeping up with the recording software. But anyway, see you in part 4 for the kick drum.